Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto and Juno coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, here we are, part 1 of 15. Part 1 of 15. If Juno gets off the table, we'll get this party started. It's just going to be a short video. It's not going to be a real long one. These are the last of my folders. And I got a bonus video for y'all. That's going to come up after this one. What you think, Juno? Huh? What you think, sweetie? Oh, you got scratchy? Well, Grandpa get you right there. Okay. Why don't you come on down, kiddo? Come on down. You gonna let me do the video? All right, sweetie. All right. So these are the last of the 4-inch folders. I have one more that I was looking for, and I could not find it for the life of me. And it's the CRKT. It's a liner lock. It has white handles and I think blue bolsters or something like that. But I can't remember the name of it either. But if I come across it later, I'll bring it out. But I could not find it. I went through all my stuff. But, you know, I got stuff everywhere, so it could be anywhere. But anyway, let's get this party started. These are all Kissing Crane stilettos. I've had these knives since the 1980s. And this is a Mikov auto. And this is a Joker Nevada. These are all within the right size range. So let's get this party started. This one is these are all manuals except for this one. This knife is going on 30 years old. Actually, it's older than 30 years old. Oh, now maybe they're going on 35 or so. This is one of the ones I told you guys that the parts come from Falcon, Italy. Falcon knife making company in Maniago, Italy, which is a division of AKC Knives, Automatic Knives Company, ran by Angelo Campolone. These were purchased straight from Italy. Not these weren't purchased straight from Italy, but the Falcon knives I have were purchased straight from Italy. This one. Okay, sweetie, you gotta get down, kiddo. You gotta get down, kiddo. And you can see the Kissing Crane markings on it. These are assembled in Germany, Soligen, Germany. Nowadays, the Kissing Cranes are made in China. So these are the old original ones. It has solid brass bolsters. It's not brass plated, it's solid brass. And brass liners and brass bolsters. Stainless steel blade. What kind of stainless steel, I can't tell you. It has the Kissing Crane emblem on it. And it says KC48 Rust Fry. I've had these for a very long time. Some of the first knives I started collecting were stilettos. And this one has a dark wood handle. This is wood. It's not a synthetic material. It's actually wood. I'm not sure if it's like an ebony wood or something like that. I can't remember what kind of wood it was. But that's actually wood. And this one has a lighter wood handle. All the other same features. These are pick lock backs. Pick locks because you can also close them like this by picking up the lock, like a classic stiletto, or you can do it the easy way and just use the lock back tab. These are knives that you were able to break in and you can make them, be able to be wrist flickable. But when you do that, lots of times that you would bend the lock bar So I never did it with any of these. All these knives have never been used. They were purchased brand new and never used. They look the way that they are because I've just had them so long, brass tarnishes, but you can repolish it if you want it to look like brand new again. You just determined to be on the table today, aren't you, sweetie? I haven't made a video in a while, and you just all happy I'm making a video, aren't you? She said, I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna be on TV. I know what you're up to. But you gotta get down, kiddo. Let me go through these knives and show everybody what we got here. This is video number 15. This is another one with brass liners and brass bolsters. And this one has a crisp blade. All these blades are a touch over 4 inches long. But that's the old Italian crisp or German crisp, whatever you want to call it. Like I was telling you, these blades or knives are all, the parts all made in Italy, Maniago, Italy, and assembled in Solingen, Germany. So these are basically Italian knives, really. Genuine stag handles. Now the handle materials, as far as like the wood and the stag, I think this is German stag and German wood and stuff like that. I think the parts, the bolsters and the liners and the blades, I think, and all the other parts, the hardware and everything is all made in Italy. I'm pretty sure that the handles came from Germany. The handle material itself. These are deer stag handles, which is kind of cool. Another deer stag one. And this was the style of clip blade that they used to use for stilettos. I know Cold Steel's got a new one coming out with a clip style blade, but that's their version of a blade though. All the old stilettos and stuff like that, when they had clip blades, this is what they were shaped like, even on the automatics. They're a very narrow clip, almost more like a spear point or a dagger type blade. And they're full flat ground. Got the deer stag handles on it. All these knives are put together by hand, so each one's a little bit different from the other. None of them were identical. Next up, this is a Czechoslovakian knife, and this is the Mikov. They used to sell these knives in kits. I don't know if they still sell these knives. I haven't looked into automatics in a long time. I'm pretty sure they're probably still around. Mikovs were like pretty popular. They used to say this is the switchblade that the Russian what do you call it? Their version of the CIA. I can't remember what you call it, that they used to carry. I don't know if that was true or not. But it was like a popular knife for the Russians, the Secret Service Russians. The Mikov. Got a dagger style blade. And these are pretty fast too. Very old style switchblade here. I'm not sure which came first, the lever locks or the buttons, or if they came about at the same time or whatever, nearly the same time. I always think the lever locks are kind of cool, but this one's perfect. I've had this for a long time too, since about the 1980s. It's a beautiful knife. Mikov. They used to sell these in kits too, because in the United States it's illegal to ship them as automatics. So they used to sell you the parts, and then you could put it together yourself. This one wasn't a kit knife though. It was bought all assembled. Can't tell you I got it. I used to have a couple of them. I sold one of them. The other one I had a wood handle. Had wood handles. I like this one the best with the stag, so I kept this one. The Russian Mikov. Not Russian, I should say Czechoslovakian. But this one came from the time when the USSR existed. Next up, the Navaja. Just like the cold steel espada, this is what those knives are modeled after, were the Spanish Navajas. This is a Spanish knife. Comes from Spain. I think it's Madrid, Spain, where they make these. Let me see what it says. It says Joker, stainless 440, Spain. I want to say it's Madrid, Spain, where these are made. I might be wrong though. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a very small Navaja. And it's got wood handles with solid brass bolsters and solid brass liners. Stainless steel, we call it lock bar or whatever. 440 stainless, so it might be like a 440A. I'm not sure if it's a 440C. 440C was American stainless. But this one's just like a brand new knife. It's never been used, so it's very stiff. You were able to, like these, you were able to, to wear these in to the point where they would break in and you could flick them out. I used to have one that my father gave me that I was able to flick out, but somebody stole it when I was in the Army out my wall locker. Very thin blade. I've always liked the way that the Mediterranean and the Spanish knives look, and the Persian knives. Knives from that part of the world. I don't know, because they just always had a lot of flair to them. They always have like a lot of file work and stuff just to try to make them look fancy. This is pretty plain, but a lot of them came with pearled handles, abalone pearl handles. I'm not sure if it's abalone but real pearl, not the synthetic pearl. And different kind of woods, and I don't know, there's just they made them all kind of exotic ways. Because this knife right here, it was a knife that everybody carried, the Navajas in Spain, and they had different levels of them. Like some of them were meant to be working knives, on farms and stuff for picking grapes and cutting grapes off of grapevines and stuff like that, and doing actual farm work. But they were also used as a protection, sort of like the Italian Stiletto in the Czechoslovakian Mikov. They were used for self-defense, and lots of them were really big. You think the Espada XL is large? They used to make them even bigger than that, because they were basically like swords, folding swords. And they had that ratcheting sound. This one's not a ratcheting one. But they'd have the ratcheting sound where they go click, 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 and then it'd lock up. And so it's very intimidating sound. And most of them had clip blades like this. I would call it a Spanish style clip blade. I'm not sure if that's where the American Bowie style came from, because I'm pretty sure the Spanish style knives were around before the American knives were, because the Spaniards came to the Americas first, before the British did, and the other Europeans did. But the Spaniards and the Portuguese were here first, and they were the Spaniards were the first cowboys, the vaqueros, and they were the first ones that the herd cattle and do all that kind of stuff. And the Spanish people were famous for knife fighting. When they get in a bar fight or something, lots of times they end up in a knife fight. it'd be like a duel or whatever. And they actually used to fight with knives, you know, have duels and stuff like that. Not just sneak up on somebody and stab them real fast. They'd actually have, like, you know, real duels and stuff, like, you know, like out west they used to have, you know, gun battles and stuff like that. And the common knives that they would use would be like the navajas. And they always had these big, they'd either have like a spear point type blade, or like the boot, this style, like I would call this a Spanish bowie, and they're really beautiful looking bowie knives. I think they're more pretty. I think they're more attractive than the American style, because American style was more utilitarian looking, whereas the Spanish style was like fancy. It was like, you know, they'd have like all sorts of engraving in the blades, because like the one that I had that got stolen had engraving in it, and it had like a picture of a bullfight on one side, and it had like roses on the other side. Roses or some kind of flowers on the other side. And it was engraved into the steel. And it had a pearled handle with nickel silver bolsters. It was a beautiful knife. And that was a ratcheting one that my pops used to carry when he was in the Marines. And so he fidgeted with it a lot. And so it was like totally broken in by the time he gave it to me when I went into the Army. And you were able to just like flick it, and then it just like click, 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 click. It was a beautiful knife. I wish I still had that one. The navajas are beautiful knives. And these were meant to be self-defense knives. All these knives are meant to be self-defense knives. You know, that's what they're designed after. Yeah, as you guys know, I have like the big versions of these too. These are my small knives, the 4-inch blade ones. I think a 4-inch blade knife to me is like a small knife. A big knife is like, you know, 5 inches, you know, for blade length, or 6 inches for blade length for a folder. You know, that's like a 11-inch knife or a 13-inch knife. That's what I call a big knife. And if I was going to use something for self-defense, I'd rather have the bigger one. At least 11-inch, preferably a 13-inch. But anyway, that's these people. I'm going to go ahead and put this one out there for you, and then we'll do number 16. I'm not going to tell you what number 16 is. It's going to be a surprise. But I also got something else coming up for y'all. I got a series of videos that I'm going to do. It's going to probably be like maybe about a series of about 4 videos. And it's going to be on modifying Recon 1s. Modifying the large Recon 1s. I hooked up with Rob at Snaggletooth, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he's going to hook me up with some parts. I bought the parts, or whatever. He's not giving them to me. I bought the parts, but he is hooking the parts up the way I wanted them, though. And they're not like normally sold on his website like that. I don't know if he's gonna, I don't know, maybe if you guys say that you like them a lot, he might start making them like that. I don't know. So I guess it could be sort of considered like prototypes. At least 2 of them will be like prototypes. One of them is just going to be like what you could do with the modern knife, with his parts that he has at his website. But hopefully the first set of parts will be here this week, and I'll make the next video I make this week will be on that. And it said the parts are supposed to be here by Wednesday. And so I have to work doubles this weekend, people, so I won't be making videos this weekend. So I'll probably make one more video this week, and that'll probably be on Wednesday if the parts come in like expected. Because on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be working doubles, 16-hour shifts. So I won't be doing anything extra on those days. Anyway, people, peace out. Stiletto. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Where'd Juno go? Oh, she's over there underneath the chair. She's chilling out. What you doing, Juno? Huh? Want to come say bye to everybody? Want to come say bye? Oh, okay, because I made you get off the table. Okay. But anyway, peace out, people.